Hey guys, it's Miss Adams. All right, by now you should have had time to practice through these problems, but let's look at these practice problems. Number 1 says you're attending the Nashville Half Marathon, not running it, and have been charged with estimating the attendance of the spectators. You decide to estimate using a smaller section of the crowd to estimate the full attendance. You discover that 18 people fit in a 6 by 6 foot square. The route of the actual half marathon is 13.1 miles long, and the crowd is 3 feet deep. Due to safety regulations, spectators are only allowed to stand on one side of the street. Let's estimate how many people can watch. So first off, I want to kind of just draw this out for us. We've got runners, but we're not allowed to use one side of the street. They're only allowed to be on one side of the street. Our spectators are. And excuse Miss Adams' drawings. I am not great at drawing. But I know that spectators are standing all along this 13.1 mile long stretch, 3 feet deep. So I know that this is 3 feet deep. I know the length of this is 13.1 miles long. So one conversion that you guys need to remember, we'll give it to you though, is that 5,280 feet is equivalent to 1 mile. Since our depth in this case is given to us in feet, we're going to want to go ahead and convert that 13.1 miles into feet. So all I'm going to do is 13.1 and multiply that by 5,280 to give me a total of 69,168 feet as my length. So I know that these runners are running 69,168 feet. So you've got spectators standing all along the length of this and 3 feet deep. We're comparing this to a 6 by 6 square. So the actual area of the square becomes 36 feet squared, because remember, area is equivalent to length times width. If that's the case for area, we need to also find the area of the spectator stance. So I'm going to do that 69,168 and multiply it by the depth of 3. So I know I'm looking at just one side, and on one side, the area of the space is 207,504 feet squared. So now we're going to compare the amount of people per the area. So our ratio is going to look like this: people over area. Well, we were given that 18 people fit in an area of 36 feet squared. That was that 6 by 6 square foot. I'm now going to compare that to, I don't know the amount of people, guys. That's what we're looking for. We're estimating the attendance, which means we're looking for the number of people. So I'm going to say X people fit in the space of an area of 207,504 feet squared. I'm now going to cross multiply. So I'm going to take 18 times 207,504. That's going to give me, let's see here, that's 3,735,072 is equal to X times 36, which is just 36X. And now to find the amount of people that can approximately fit into the side, I'm going to divide both sides by 36. So in this spectator area, we're going to have approximately 103,752 people. Keep this in mind for the next question. So it says, due to the overwhelming desire of the town of Nashville to come out and support the race, there wasn't enough room on only one side of the street. Therefore, the race directors have decided to open up this other side of the road as well. Now we need to estimate how many people there are to watch. So we're taking the same depth, the same distance, we're just multiplying this by 2. We're taking one side and multiplying it by 2 to get both sides. So I'm going to take this original amount of people, the 103,752 people, and I'm going to multiply that by 2 to get a total of 207,504 spectators or people at this event. That leads us to question 3. It says a new community center just opened up and they are in the process of deciding what the maximum capacity should be for their center. The center has the dimensions of 60 feet by 25 feet. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that out just so we know. We've got 60 feet by 25 feet. All right? And the center thinks that each person is going to occupy 3.1 square feet. So that's important. With their chair, they're going to occupy that 3.1 square feet. So let's look here. First off, I need to find the area that we're dealing with. So I've got 25 times 60. That gives us 1,500 feet squared. So that's the area that we're dealing with. But we need to know the maximum capacity of the community center. All right? Well, according to this, it tells us that each person, so one person, should occupy an area of 3.1 square feet. All right? And I'm going to set that equal to, I don't know how many people can actually occupy the community center. So I've got X people, but I do know that the square footage or the area of that community center is 1,500 feet squared. I now can cross multiply to get 3.1x is equal to 1,500. Last step I need to do is divide by 3.1. Now, guys, you're going to get a decimal. And that's okay. You're going to get a decimal. So it's going to say x is like 483.87. But, guys, I can't have partials of people, but I also can't put too many people in. So if I round up, that's going to give me too many people. We're breaking the maximum capacity. So therefore, we're going to keep it at the whole number. So the amount of people that can actually occupy this community center, the maximum capacity is going to be 483 people. And let's look at this last one. It says, we discovered a great new prom venue for the next year. However, we aren't sure whether we can fit everyone in there. We would like to have standing room for every student. The new venue has dimensions of 100 feet by 50 feet. The venue requires us to leave 3,500 square feet available for food and the DJ. The venue also believes that each person is going to occupy 2.35 square feet. We would like to plan for 700 people to attend prom. Let's see how many people can actually fit in the venue and if there's enough space for the people that we want at prom. All right, so is there enough space to use this venue for prom? First things first, we got a square that's 100 feet by 50 feet. So that means it's got an area of 5,000 square feet. But we can't use all of that. We have to leave 3,500 of that square feet available for food and DJ. So the available area is going to be that 5,000 minus the 3,500 feet for the food and DJ. So I'm going to subtract 3,500 from that 5,000. So really my only available area is 1,500 feet squared available. And this venue says that one person occupies an area of 2.35 square feet. All right? So I want to figure out how many people, according to the venue, can fit in the available 1,500 square feet. So I'm going to cross multiply here. And that's going to give me 1,500 square feet. is equal to 2.35x. I'm going to divide both sides by 2.35. And guys, this is going to give me, once again, a decimal. So it gives me x equals 638.29. So I'm going to round that off to 638 people. So that is the maximum capacity here. And since this is the max capacity, there is not enough space for the 700 people. That is less than 700. So this is not a good venue. Not enough space. Sad times. All right, guys, that's all we have for this practice. Let us know if you have any questions.